Hello and welcome to Talk Bowling, episode 83. I'm John Conco.
I'm Tony Rucco. Talk Bowling is proud to bring you the latest information from the bowling industry, bowling tips, and updates on the largest internet bowling website, bowlingball.com.
Twice. Second time today.
Back at it.
Yes. All right, today's question comes from Alan. Just wondering how many times a ball will stand a surface change. I have a ball spinner and polish my Storm Virtual Gravity after every bowling session and took it back to 1500 grit every 50 games. My impression is that this shortened the life of the ball, and after 210 games with the ball, I have stopped using it. Is there a way to bring the ball back to life?
All right, we'll break it down into hit multiple questions in there. As far as how many times a ball will stand a surface change, I don't think anyone has put a number to that.
Right.
There shouldn't be a number on that. You're not taking away that much cover stock when you sand the ball that you're going to eventually make the ball smaller or take away the reactiveness of the ball. So you should be able to do that as many times as needed. Doing it the right way and doing it the proper number of games probably will help the longevity of the ball. You probably, I don't know that you can overdo any of it, but you probably may be doing it more than you need to. After every 3 games, after every night or every bowling session, you should use a ball cleaner on the ball. Mm-hmm. You don't need to hit it with a pad or anything like that. Just clean the ball.
What about, he says he polishes it after
I'm assuming he means he cleans it. Only because then he says he takes it back to 1500 grit every 50 games. So I'm assuming you mean you clean the ball, not polish the ball, and if that's the case, that's correct. If you're throwing your virtual gravity polish, you still probably just want to use a ball cleaner every 3 games. You don't need to polish it every 3 games. If you're using it at box finish, though, every 15 games or so, you can do what you're doing on your ball spinner and hit it with 1500 grit if that's what you use it at. The ball comes from Storm at a 4000 grit finish, so you're taking it to a stronger level with the 1500 grit. Every 60 or 70 games, you can do a full resurface, which if you have a ball spinner, you can do on your own. I don't know, unless you have experience doing that I would suggest that, because you do take the ball down with the lower grit and then bring it back up.
Right.
The proper finishing method for the virtual gravity per Storm is that you use a 500 grit Avalon pad and you do 15 seconds on 4 sides of the ball, and then you do 4000 grit Avalon for 60 seconds on 4 sides of the ball. So that'll get it back to box finish. And if you were going to do that you could do if you wanted box finish every 15, 20 games or so.
Gotcha.
The only other thing, and we did mention this here, is if you're not using the ball because you've noticed a lack of reaction, you can try looking into some kind of oil extraction. The product we use in our pro shops is called the Reviver, and it's basically an oven. Don't put it in your oven at home. We've talked about this in other episodes, so you can go back and check those out if you need to. But if you can find a pro shop or someone that has a Reviver and put the ball in there for an hour, hour and a half, I believe is the recommended time, it'll pull all that oil out of the cover stock and hopefully bring the ball back to life.
Right. So if he really did mean he actually polishes it every 3 games?
That may be too much. No, I wouldn't do that.
You're clogging the pores.
Well, because you're not letting that polish, you're always getting a fresh coat of polish on there, and unless you're sanding it down and repolishing, sanding it down and repolishing, you're actually getting not a consistent finish, because of the way the lanes are one night, you may have more friction, which may wear the polish down a little more than you're polishing on top of it. So if you're really polishing it, just use a ball cleaner every 3 games, give that polish 9 to 12 games, and then take it back down to whatever your base coat is with Avalon, and then polish it back up. Don't just throw polish on top of polish on top of polish. And if you're doing that every 3 games, if you really are polishing, that could be why you've seen a loss of reaction. But he kind of says he 1500 grit does it every 50 games, so I'm not sure. If you're polishing it, don't polish it every 3 games, is my opinion.
You should just be cleaning.
Yeah, just use a ball cleaner.
There you go. Hope that answers your question. If you have a question, you can contact us.
You can contact us by emailing us at questions@talkbowling.com. You can leave a comment on episode 83 or any other episode, and you can let us know on Twitter @talkbowling.
There you go. Today's episode is brought to you by ShoeBuy.com. ShoeBuy.com is the world's largest site for shoes. They have over 750,000 products from 950 of the top name brands in all sizes, widths, and colors for men, women, teens, and children. ShoeBuy.com customers enjoy free shipping both ways on U.S. orders, and TalkBowling viewers can save 10% on their purchase at ShoeBuy.com by entering promotion code TALK during checkout. Help support us by supporting our sponsors.
All right. Last week's question of the week, or I guess that's really now earlier this week's question of the week.
Yes. Okay, how about last time's question?
Last time on Talk Bowling, the question was, in what year did Brunswick introduce dots and arrow markers to their lanes, dramatically improving accuracy for most bowlers?
1948.
See, I gave you a hint because I said I missed that time period. John was close. Closer.
Closer.
Yes, that was a big deal, I bet.
And then, what? Oh, introducing the dots markers.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't imagine trying to figure it out, trying to be accurate without those.
Yeah. All right, before you ask the question of this episode, we have someone else who pulls our questions of the week. We don't do it, we're too busy.
Our
I'm just kidding.
statistician.
Our statistician, that's right. So if you paid attention to previous episodes, you'll know the answer to this week's question, because he got a little lazy on us.
No.
I think he got lazy.
He got lazy in the fact that he asked a very specific question before and gave us more.
Yeah, I
the
still
answer?
think he got lazy.
All right. What the name?
What the name?
Bad question as well, Mr. Statistician. What is the name of the first rubber ball ever produced, and what year was it introduced?
We're gonna see who paid attention to our episodes, or do they just shut the episode off right after we give the answer to the question? Like, do we answer the customer, the viewer question, or they just shut it off?
Possibly.
They TiVo us and go right through this whole part.
They could, but this is the fun part. Plus, this is where they learn all sorts of cool stuff, like, are we shooting any videos this week? And,
We are shooting videos this week.
and what, pray tell, would those be?
He said, pray tell.
Pray tell.
Pray tell, I don't know if I should start a sentence with that or not. We are shooting the Lane 1 Black Panther, which is going to be, I guess, the sequel, the backup ball to the Pink Panther. So we're shooting the Black Panther, and we are also shooting Brunswick's new, I believe it is affordable performance, is what Brunswick calls it, the Karma, which, for anyone who knows older bowling balls, the Karmas are basically a re-release of the original Danger Zone. So a lot of people who know what that ball is will be very excited, and it'll be in a very aggressive price point. I think it's in the low 80s or mid 80s on the website. So they really got a really good performing bowling ball down in a really low price point. So that's replacing their Avalanche series.
Now, was there both a solid and a furl?
The Danger Zone, there was, and there were probably 15 more Danger Zone series balls after that. But
Okay.
yeah, there was a solid and a pearl. The Karma, there's going to be a solid and a pearl, and we're going to throw both. Actually, there's going to be, you and Curly will have one of each, and then I'm going to throw both. So you'll get to see both balls.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds good. In closing, please remember that bowlingball.com is free shipping on every item every day. No hidden handling fees, no packaging fees, no surprises.
That's right.
The price shown on the product page is the price you pay at checkout. No surprises.
No surprises. And the other thing that I don't know if we've brought up, maybe you did because I missed a week, on our ball videos now, we are also breaking them out for
Yes.
bowlers. So if you throw the ball like John, or you throw the ball like Curly, and you really don't care how it reacts for me, or don't care how it reacts for Curly, you just want to see John, we have a regular ball video, and then we're breaking it out by each of our bowlers. So I see views on them, so
Yeah.
obviously people like that. I don't know if they're watching both and then going, watching the main one, but so keep you in the loop.
Yes. We're trying to cater to you guys, so if you have suggestions, things you would like to see, let us know.
Yep.
Contact us. Even if it's about bowlingball.com, you can still contact us through Talk Bowling, and we listen to what you have to say.
That's
and often implement those things.
That's right.
So thank you very much for watching.
Thanks.